Guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So we have a story event here. There was 3 new story events. One of them, of course, allows us to grind the new LR Bobbity. We don't know what it's going to become, but it's at least an SSR Bobbity right now. Another one is I guess there's 2 sort of story events. One about Goku's, sort of like friendly characters he meets, kind of like, Gohan and Krillin, right? That aren't really, I don't know, forged through battle so much. Then there's the Rivals story event. This is one we're going to do today, where, again, this is sort of like the Rivals, I guess Goku made, like, actual villains, like Piccolo and Vegeta, right? Now, at the moment, there is no free-to-play character we can grind from this, but I would, man, I would probably say, like, 90 or 80% chance this gets a free-to-play character added to it in Part 2. I think there's a very good chance. I think Part 2, and like, I'm recording this pretty close to when Part 2 announcements might be announced, so we would see. Right now, the one thing we can grind from this story event is actually a support memory. I would not be shocked if eventually they add, again, a free-to-play character here, and then potentially support memories to other sort of events. And this one, like, I feel like this is the event where they could have a stage against, like, Hit and Jiren, right? Like, those types of characters. Beerus could easily get stages in this one, right? Would make a ton of sense. Looks like the Worthy Rival category is the one that is going to give us the increased drops. I don't think that there's really anything we need to see here. Yep, Worthy Rivalry. And we can get the support memory Tournaments Pride, which is going to be pretty good there. Again, we just have the 4 stages. There's the support memory. And then, of course, the Worthy Rival category, again, is the extra drop rates there. So, let's go ahead and jump in and see what the newest story event is like. Again, it's been a while that the anniversary has been up, and I still have not really covered all of the content. There's just so much, right? Like, I like doing this sort of, like, world tour based around, like the major characters that release, right? And I'll take them into a lot of the final stages of these red zones. And it's just that, we had the 8th anniversary LRs, but then we also had the 2 surprise EZAs. So that was just a lot of content to cover. So this first stage right here, I would argue this is probably one of the most deserving, oh yeah, right there. This is one of the most deserving moments that is not really covered very well in Dokkan. Both of these guys need Dokkan Fests, for sure. This should be a dual Dokkan Fest. I think at this point we absolutely could. Like, this would be a far greater dual Dokkan Fest than, for example, the one we got on Global and JP for Golden Week a couple years ago. Remember where it was the Super Saiyan Vegeta and Super Saiyan Goku? I think this would have been, like, again, a stronger sort of pick for an actual Dokkan Fest to release. This Piccolo right here, I mean, this is absolutely one of the greatest fights in Dragon Ball history. I feel like a lot of people probably aren't really too familiar and aware just of how incredible this fight actually is right here. This fight between Goku and Piccolo. I would think that, like, maybe like the worldwide download celebration being Goku versus Piccolo themed, I think could be a cool thing too. So, like, the 2023 worldwide download celebration, right? Part 1 could be Kid Goku versus Demon King Piccolo, and then Part 2 could be Goku and Piccolo from this World Tournament. I think that could work really effectively. If that was the case, I would certainly want both Dokkan Fests to be the Piccolo characters. They both need it. Whereas Kid Goku's already got one, although I would love if he would get another one. And then that version of Goku, I guess, does need one, but it's not the biggest deal if he doesn't get one, right? I would argue that Piccolo Jr. in the World Tournament deserves one way more. Well, I don't know if deserve is the right word, but I think he should get one. That there are certain characters where it just doesn't really make a ton of sense that they don't have sort of like Dokkan Fest yet. So again, this event is just us going through all the various, like, sort of spots where Goku kind of, again, meets these rivals here. So the first stage was against Piccolo Jr. Now the second stage is against Vegeta. By the way, yet another character that I would say I really need him to get a Dokkan Fest, and that's Grade 8 Vegeta. I think it's absurd that Grade 8 Vegeta does not have a Dokkan Fest. It just actually makes zero sense why this guy doesn't have a Dokkan Fest yet. I mean, everyone has talked about it. We all agree. It's one of the biggest stupid moves Dokkan has ever made, which is making LR STR Kaioken Goku and Tech LR Grade 8 Vegeta, making them a top yellow coin legendary summon was a horrendous idea compared to just making them like a dual Dokkan Fest and stuff like that. So there's that. That's the Spirit Bomb Goku from the Turles movie, but Goku doing the Spirit Bomb against Vegeta, against Turles, against Lord Slug, and against Dr. Wheelo, it's all very, very similar. I still think that we can get some sort of Dokkan Fest Goku from movie 2, 3, and 4. That's almost sort of like kind of like a combo. Or, I don't know. I tossed this idea out recently where I think that they could do an LR from the Dr. Wheelo movie, which would be Goku, Krillin, and Roshi, because they do sort of do like a combo Kamehameha. I think that could be like maybe like a I don't know if I want to say Carnival LR, but you know, they could lead like Turtle School or something like that. Because believe it or not, we've never gotten like a true turtle skill leader. Like, we need one, and we've never actually gotten that, despite the fact that that would be a really fantastic category. All right, so next, the next fight we're going into is against Android 17 and 18 right here. Of course, it does make a lot of sense, right? Android 18. Oh, okay. I'm just kind of continuing this theme of characters I want to get Dokkan Fest. This Vegeta, Android Saga Vegeta, right? The one that kills Android 19. Okay. So there's the animation of Vegeta doing the Big Bang that, again, kills Android 19. But that's not like, you know, oh my god, Dokkan Fest exclusive worthy level. The animation is like okay-ish, but the last shot of Vegeta's smirk is good, right? But that's basically it. They could absolutely make a really nice, I think, Dokkan Fest of that Vegeta. You know, I guess that fights Android 19 and Android 18. I think that would make a ton of sense, right? Trunks too. It's funny. We've wanted that Trunk, the AGL Trunks that got a Dokkan Fest, right? We've wanted him to get a Dokkan Fest for years. He finally gets one, and it's like, the thing that annoyed me so much is that his animation for Trunks, they used his fighter's transformation, which is so ridiculous because his anime transformation is like one of the most iconic moments in anime history. The reveal that there's a second Super Saiyan Trunks. So it's like they easily could drop a new Super Saiyan Trunks, either an LR or a Dokkan Fest, who would have like his anime transformation as his intro. I think that that's something that they very easily could do. So yeah, this right here, this was the fight against Vegeta in Android 18, and then 17 sweeps the rest of the Z fighters right here. I remember being, 10 the first time I see this, being like really wowed by this too, right? Like the androids just tearing through the Z fighters. Good times, right? The Toonami days of Dragon Ball Z. How we all love it, right? Okay, so basically the first fight here against Piccolo Jr., that was Dragon Ball era. Then Vegeta and 17 and 18, those were Dragon Ball Z era. Now here's what's kind of goofy about this. So we do that. The next stage is against Nova, Dragon Ball GT, which is, I guess, interesting, but still kind of goofy at the same time, right? So they easily could add, I think, some Dragon Ball Super stages to this. Again, Beerus, Hit, Jiren. I think all three of them could easily qualify for this stage. I mean, maybe more so, probably Beerus is probably the most likely of the three. And it's like, what would the free-to-play character be from this event? It would probably have to be one of these type of characters, right? Maybe a free-to-play Beerus. Have we had a free-to-play Beerus before, now that I think about it? Free-to-play Beerus. I know we've had a World Tournament Beerus, which I guess sort of counts. But like an actual, like, grindable Beerus? I feel like we haven't. Am I forgetting some obvious character? So let's see. So we had the physical Dokkan Fest Beerus. We had the STR Beerus, who's a long ago summonable unit. We had the Int Beerus, who's a summonable unit. We had the Tech Dokkan Fest Beerus, summonable unit. And then the AGL Beerus, which is, again, World Tournament. He is free to play, but it's World Tournament. So, no, there's never really been a farmable Beerus. I guess the Beerus and Monica costume. The LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku art, really nice. That's a good use of that art right there. So, yeah, we've never had a grindable Beerus. We could use, like, Beerus right now is pretty dead. Physical Dokkan Fest Beerus was pretty good on release, but, I mean, he's 3 years old now. 3-year-old characters usually are not really too effective in content, besides, like, Tech Ultimate Gohan, right? Tech Ultimate Gohan is the exception to everything. But all those 2020 characters are pretty much just dead now, right? It's just like Tech Ultimate Gohan is pretty much it. And, I don't know, Tech Caulifla or something like that. So, there we go. There is the 4 stages to this event. I guess let me just quickly grind up the support memory, and we'll come back once we complete the support memory here. Might as well. There we go. We got the support memory completed. Okay, so I guess I will go ahead and do a quick video on the support memory itself. Let me know what you guys think of the story events and stuff of the 8th anniversary. We can go ahead and accept the missions. This one must be just for use the support memory right there. So we'll go ahead and grab that mission when we actually do the video on the support memory. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.